Howdy, welcome back to Wobble Enjoy Sports. If you're new around here, hope I can get you to consider to like the content and subscribe to the channel. But if you're a regular around these here parts, thank you very much for the continuous support. NRLW round number 1, 2025. I started the round with 2 straight losses and I was thinking I'm going to be in a fair bit of trouble here. But then the rest of the round I went undefeated. So I went 4-2 in round number 1, which is, I reckon, is pretty bloody good. So let's go straight into round number 2 for 2025. Oh, I spit it out. Game number 1 of round 2 of the 2025 NRLW season emanates from Campbelltown Stadium. The West Tigers host the Canterbury Bankstown Bulldogs. This is the first ever game between the Tigers and the Bulldogs in the NRLW. Tigers, they are $3.78. The Bulldogs, they are $1.28. Tigers, again, they kept it plucky. They made the Broncos really work for it in the first 45 to 50 minutes, and then the Brisbane Broncos ran away with it in the end, unfortunately for the West Tigers. And then for the Canterbury Bankstown Bulldogs, they were involved in a pretty good wrestle in that first half and maybe 10 minutes into that second half, but it was probably more so to do with the Newcastle Knights and the way that they played or didn't play, but the forward pack of this Bulldogs side was looking like it was going to be the strength for them, and it was. But fullback Andy Robinson said, no, I'm ready to kick some serious ass in the NRLW nowadays. But before we get into the Bulldogs, let's get into the home side now. And there's really not too many changes here for the West Tigers based off of last week. Lily Rogan, Emily Bass, they are the centre pairing. Caitlin Turnbull and Tia Tamaki are the wingers. Jataya Fafua is in at fullback. Halves, McGrath and Lutu. Really liked Lutu's efforts in the first 50-odd minutes of last week's contest. And then the rest of the forward pack, the starting forward pack, is as per the program. And the interchange is Saville, Ranke, Reeves and Halkawa. And then moving into the Bulldogs now, and we've got Adi, Varney, Balecki, Loco Tui, Bridget Hoy, Andy Robinson, Taylor Preston and Ash Quinlan. I think that halves pairing again, a mature halves pairing that worked very, very nicely last Friday night against Newcastle. Tiaka Karanga-Katoa is in line to be the forward of the year, just quietly. She was absolutely monstrous last weekend. And the rest of the forward pack as well for the Bulldogs was great. The reserves, the interchange here is also unchanged as well. I've got to give the edge here to the Bulldogs. I think this will be a smash mouth affair. Yeah, I'm going to go the Bulldogs here just based off of their forward pack. And they've got a bit more maturity in the halves as well. So Bulldogs at Campbelltown on Thursday night. And by the way, for those who want to know, I'm going to be there at Campbelltown between the Tigers and the Bulldogs. So he's hoping for a good game. Bulldogs 1-12. Game number 2 is on Saturday at 12:45. The Raiders host the Cronulla Sutherland Sharks. The Raiders are $2.58. The Sharkies, they are $1.50. For the Canberra Raiders, Nato Katoka is in at 5'8". The debutant last weekend, Georgia Thomas, is out of the side. And that's by and large the only change there for the Canberra Raiders. Jordan Preston and Lily Boyle also make up the rest of the interchange for the Raiders. For the Cronulla Sharks, who I think I would probably label the most disappointing team of round 1, they are unchanged in the back line. They are unchanged in the forward pack, and the interchange, we've got Jadika Tafua, Tucker Patolo and Stephanie Faulkner, who also comes in. Faminisi did her ACL last weekend, so best of energies and wishes to her. Canberra Raiders, yeah, they were also disappointing as well. They still showed some nice signs. So did the Cronulla Sutherland Sharks. This is a really hard game to tip. But I just think that there's just a bit more class with the Cronulla Sutherland Sharks. I think they would have worked the rust off beautifully after that loss I'm going to go to the Cronulla Sutherland Sharks to win this game 1-12. Sorry, Raiders. The next game is from Cogra. The Dragons host the Roosters at 3:15 in the afternoon. And it's the Dragons who are $3.82. The Roosters are $1.27. Indy Bostock has been named to play in this game. What an incredible debut. That is one of the best debuts of all time in NRLW history. 1,000%. Absolutely berserk did Miss Indy Bostock go. Casey Ray and Racine McGregor, also fantastic halves pairing. And when Tegan Berry at the back turned it on, it was game over. She was sensational when it turned on. After about 20 minutes or so, I'd say. The forward pack, Mulhall, Hopkins and Tapsell, and the rest of the forward pack unchanged. The interchange here, we've also got Maynard, Perrin, Costa, Tawaniai and Ingram going into the Sydney Roosters team lineup. And not easy pickings, but it was a scoreline that I was anticipating. So we've got Bridie Parker, Mia Wood, and Logan Fletcher as the back three. Logan Fletcher played for the under-19s New South Wales team. She's a pretty big, long human being, is Logan Fletcher. So watch out; she could be pretty good this weekend for sure and beyond. The rest of the team: Aaliyah Nasio, Jasmine Strange, Olivia Kernick, Shorten Burton, Carlisle, Amber Hall is back in jersey number 16, and Tanisha Gray in jersey number 17. I think 382 is pretty disrespectful on the Dragons just quietly, but it's pretty juicy, and I can't blame anybody if they want to go for the St. George Illawarra Dragons in this one. But I'm going to play it safe, and I'm going to go the Sydney Roosters to win this game 1-12. And the main event on Super Saturday starts at 5:15 in the afternoon. North Queensland Cowboys host the Newcastle Knights. Cowboys $1.77. The Newcastle Knights, they are $2.05. Ye freaking ha about the North Queensland Cowboys. They were sensational last weekend against the Gold Coast Titans. Looking into the team list for the Cowboys, their backline is unchanged. Their starting forward pack is unchanged. They are completely unchanged. Why fix what isn't broken? For the Newcastle Knights, it all looks to be the same. Kayla Romanuik is starting lock. Kirkpatrick, Kapani, Yo, and Kukutai. So both these sides coming into this contest by and large unchanged. Also, just quietly, we've got Tiana Rafstrand-Smith, who has been named on the reserves here for the North Queensland Cowboys. I wouldn't be surprised if she is a late inclusion. For who? Dunno. But on paper, I'm really excited about this game. On paper, they match up well. Actually, there's just one change actually while I'm at it. Olivia Higgins actually returns after she was suspended for round one. Olivia Higgins is back and she will be playing hooker. That will make them a lot more dangerous. But yeah, Newcastle Knights, they were in it for the first half 100%, but then in that second half, they couldn't complete. Their defence was not coming up quick enough. They were... I don't want to say ordinary, but yeah, it wasn't good for the Newcastle Knights in that second half. Cowboys, though, 13 plus on Saturday. Sunday, 11:50am, Go Media Stadium, the Warriors host the Parramatta Eels. The Warriors, they come into the game as $2.25 outsiders. The Parramatta Eels, they are $1.65. For the New Zealand Warriors, it looks like that there haven't been any changes to the lineup for the Parramatta Eels. The backline remains the same after last weekend. So too does the forward pack. In the interchanges, Todd Hunter, Farmasili, Kennard Gillis and Gin. So both of these sides come into the contest unchanged. The Warriors, it will take them a couple more weeks before they can really find the next gear. It was not a shocker, the final scoreline in the end. What was a shocker was the Parramatta Eels. They could not have been any more impressive. Still room for improvement, but yeah, they were very impressive against the Cronulla Sutherland Sharks. Rachel Pearson having an all-time game in her career. Absolutely fantastic was Rachel Pearson. I know the Parramatta Eels come in with more proven form. They're the favourites and they're coming in with a bit of momentum, but I think I just got to go the upset here for the New Zealand Warriors. They're at home. They're going to be a different beast. Ron Griffiths will ensure that they are a different beast at home. And being that this is their first game in front of the faithful for years and years and years now, this could be a pretty special effort here from the New Zealand Warriors. So I'm actually going to go the upset in this one and say the New Zealand Warriors get their first win in front of their home faithful in a very long time, if not for the first time ever. I'm going to go to the New Zealand Warriors here to win this game 1-12 in a bit of an upset. And the final game of round number 2 is from Seabus Super Stadium at 4 o'clock in the afternoon. The Gold Coast Titans host the Brisbane Broncos. The Titans are $4.50. The Broncos, they are $1.20. And for the back line, Lily Paxton makes her NRLW debut on the Sting. Piliaresa Barley is in at 5'8" with Lauren Brown at halfback. Now, all these changes are coming due to the injury syndesmosis to Destiny Mino-Sinapati. Good God. I'm so sorry, Destiny. That's awful luck. So therefore, Talia Fuima-Ono reverts into the hooker role, and then the rest of the forward pack speaks for itself. The interchange is Kolk, Pakulis, Arakua, and Solia, Jasmine Solia and Megan Pakulis making their NRLW debut. And I do remember Megan Pakulis floating around for the Canada Ravens in the Rugby League World Cup a couple of years ago. I do remember the name. And so she'll be making her debut off the interchange bench in jersey 15. And for the Brisbane Broncos, the backline is unchanged. The forward pack is unchanged. And the only change is Lafayette is out. And in comes debutant Regan Hicks, who was very impressive in the Queensland Under-19s Origin game. This is another contest that does scream danger. I think $4 plus about the Titans against the Brisbane Broncos is pretty nasty stuff, but that backline battle does lean in favour of the Brisbane Broncos big time. So yeah, I'll go the Brisbane Broncos here, but I'll only say 1-12. Howdy everyone, thank you very much for the continuous support. I hope you enjoyed the video. I'll see you guys in the next episode. Actually, I'll see you guys tonight for the Origin 3 decider for me and Dan. We'll be calling that one. So come join us then. Thank you very much for the support. Thank you. Take care. Adios.